Wait, I just saw eyes, like glowing things.
What's this guy doing?
Is there anybody here? What the fuck was that? Yo, hold. What the fuck? Oh boy.
Whoa! Go! Whoa! What's there?
From desolate wilderness trails to the eerie silence of abandoned towns, some encounters defy explanation. Whether it's a phantom face appearing in campfire flames, or a mysterious compass left behind after a vehicle breaking the line between reality and the unknown can blur in an instant. What would you do if you were the one being watched? In April 2026, the YouTube channel Paranormal Discovery released a video recorded somewhere near Ghost Road, a secluded stretch of thick Canadian wilderness. The channel usually follows paranormal investigations and outdoor journeys in isolated places. For this trip, Lomar and his companion Chelsea were trying to locate an unnamed lake, hidden somewhere within the mountain range.
I kind of thought today we'd come back to this lot. It's pretty hot today, but yeah, I kind of discovered something about this area. I actually was looking for a lake. I'm like, I hope there's a lake in here. That they did have lakes scattered. It was really, like, it was a long time ago. So I'm like, you know what could be different? Something that's just new, refreshing, is to actually go towards it. Now, I didn't know.
They began by entering the woods, taking a rough trail toward a lake Lomar had seen on an old map before his cell service disappeared near the entrance. The area felt tense from the beginning. Soon after, Lomar found a crude shelter, a blue tarp tied between thin branches with rusted cans, and scattered trash around it. Nobody was nearby. The Spirit Talker app they had with them picked up the word power.
This a campsite? Yo, I think I just found someone's camp. That's like a shelter. A rain shelter. Yeah, that's dead ass a rain shelter. The fuck? What is this? It's like old cans. Yo, this is trippy. Is someone camping your key? There's nothing though, but that's definitely a shelter. Okay.
Without being triggered. Deeper in the backcountry, Lomar discovered a large rock formation with a wide opening near its base. Something inside seemed to move. They were already 90 minutes into the mountain range with no clear sense of direction. That night, while sitting by the campfire with Chelsea, a face seemed to take shape in the flames.
For a little walk. It's bringing her for a little stroll. And then I see this big rock with an opening in it, and I hear something moving in it, and I'm like, no way. There's literally no way. I have no idea where the hell we are. We're kind of near, like we went from, I don't even know how to explain it. Like, we're pretty deep right now.
It resembled a man, narrow face, pointed chin, small mustache, glasses, and a fishing-style hat. Moments later, heavy knocks started coming from the tree line.
Spirits and communicate.
Really?
Yeah, so they'll like they'll show faces and you'll be able to see spirits in the fire.
You said you saw a face already.
Yeah, like I was sitting here just like staring. The flame was huge. It was really tall. And then all of a sudden, like I'm like focusing and I was able to start to see the silhouette of a man's face. Like he had like a pointy chin. He had a little mustache, little glasses on.
Really?
And like a fisherman style hat on.
Jeez. I wonder if that's like someone that used to live in the woods back in... Oh. Yeah. Okay, one sec. I'm gonna turn the tripod this way. Yeah, that's like...
Hello?
Chelsea began feeling sharp pain in her chest. Then something large rushed quickly through the brush toward them. Fog rolled in rapidly after that, and the trail they had taken there disappeared.
Oh man. Just be careful, don't go too far ahead of me.
Look, it kind of opens up though.
Okay, when we get to the open spot, I'm gonna give you the camera because I'm gonna get the bear spray ready.
Look. Yeah, look right here.
Oh shit, what? Look at this. Look what we found over here. Good spot, hon.
Behind you.
Here, let me get the bear spray ready. That's moving. Whoa.
Wait, I just saw eyes, like glowing things, two glowing things.
They tried to find their way back, but kept arriving at unfamiliar places. The Spirit Talker device produced the phrase, "my throat," just as Lomar noticed his own throat starting to hurt.
I don't know, this is the deep woods. We could be going in the complete different and wrong direction right now. Yeah, we could be going in the complete wrong direction right now.
Okay, we're like there's no way out of this spot.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Wait, I remember this. I'm pretty sure this chewed tree right there.
Remember this.
Whoa! What's there? Whoa!
Okay, babe, we gotta get back to open ground.
Yeah, there was just something over there. Do we have to go that way? I literally
I don't remember this.
Remains.
Jesus.
I don't remember this, but we can try it.
Okay.
The fog grew thicker. Every direction looked identical. Then they saw a half-eaten tree, one they remembered from earlier. They used it as a landmark and made their way back to the van, reaching it just as the storm came in.
Car again?
Okay. I think we should call it.
Still trying to figure our way back. Okay, so we just keep cutting up straight. Now
right
we're
to
trying
the
to
car.
get out of the ass of the floor.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that.
Holy crap.
We just had to look for that half-eaten tree.
But what if we were going the complete opposite way? That was complete luck.
Yeah, that literally was luck, babe.
Some of what they experienced that night, the shelter, the cave, the face in the fire, the sounds could have a simple explanation. But the timing of the fog, the chest pains, and the spirit talker responses is harder to brush aside. What do you think was moving inside that cave? On January 18th, 2025, the YouTube channel Jasco uploaded a video filmed at Frontier Town, an abandoned ghost town in the Adirondacks. That night, Jasco and his friend Chris arrived as a winter storm was moving in, but the more urgent problem was already on the ground.
I have a really bad gut feeling. Normally I go with my gut feeling and we would turn around and go home, but we did drive like 3.5 hours to get here. So we're gonna kind of deal with it. What was that? So Chris had the wonderful idea to split up here a little bit. You sure that's a good idea, pal?
I don't know. Usually when I have ideas like that, and you're okay with them, usually it's good.
Wait a second, Chris. I just noticed something. These are pretty fresh footprints.
Oh, no, there's a lot. Those are not like...
We came from that way, the other side of the church. We actually had to come from the other side, the back side, because there was way too many red flags at the initial entrance over there. There was like pieces of clothing on the ground. So that makes you wonder, probably the past week or so, you know? Yeah. So we actually drove around and we went back there. Only thing that sucks is the truck is really far. We have to leave some of our stuff here. We run to the truck, come back in the morning. Yeah.
Fresh footprints were discovered circling their cabin before they had even settled inside. In a nearby ruin, Jasco found a makeshift camp and a receipt dated January 6th. Someone had been staying in the freezing, crumbling structure only days before they got there.
In the middle of the stadium. I don't know if I can show that right now.
Oh my God.
Who's over there? What the hell?
Oh! Chris, can you come back? Can you come back?
Yeah.
Yo, who's down there? I don't mean any harm. I'll leave. Oh my God. Yo, I'm sorry. Okay, bro, what the fuck? Who's down there? Fucking Chris, come on, man. Yo! Can you guys see him? Chris! He's so fucking far. Something's creaking down there. I'm trying to shine my light so you see. Over, Chris, over here! Yo! Right here, right here. Do you see my light? Right here. Oh! Shit. Are you okay? Oh shit, okay. This is not good. Chris? Shit, he's in my foot. Yo, I'm coming. Who's down here? Huh? You saw something? Bro, I'm telling you, someone's here. Snow. Yo. You alright?
Oh, I broke my tripod.
Oh shit, your tripod broke.
I think my foot's broken, dude. You're barely walking right now.
Fuck. Yo, let's get you back to the church.
While Chris was checking the stadium area on the opposite side of the site, Jasco heard heavy footsteps on the floor beneath him. Chris called through FaceTime from across the property to prove he was nowhere close. He eventually returned, limping, disturbed by the sound of his cell phone ringing from somewhere in the center of the empty arena.
Children.
Oh! Oh my God. It literally says Satan's children on the wall. It's coming from back here. First off, why is there music? Oh, hell no. Oh my God.
Thank you for talking.
Yeah. Was the head? The head's still like in head shape. Oh, it was just snow. It was just snow. Okay, I want to make a couple of acknowledgements. That's in pretty good shape for where we are at. I mean, barring it was back there, but it's making sound. Okay. Oh shit. Okay, so that stopped, but I'm here. Some weird contraptions here. It just started up again. This is so weird right now. Oh, clearly people are here. This actually looks relatively new as well. This blue light.
Agree.
Agree. Okay. I wonder, is there anything back here? There's just weird things going on in here all together. Ah! What the fuck was that? Who is that? Oh, bro, I'm freaking out. Okay. Yo, listen, I'm getting a really bad feeling about this. And I'm just gonna get out of here. Well, clearly something weird's going on. We got a damn bike over here. Oh, hell no. Okay. Oh, this building's not gonna happen. I go check this building over here. What? Something just moved inside of there.
Bad entities here.
Bad entities here.
Later, Jasko heard music coming from inside a building where the words Satan's children were written on the wall. The spirit box produced the phrase, bad entities here.
A cult item, Chris. I forgot I left it here.
Yes.
Yeah, this is one of them. Honestly, it's this like curved dagger. But like, dude, I'm telling you, if you got stabbed with this, you would probably come back to life with like some special ability. Like vampirism or some shit. I don't know.
Only one way to find out.
Right hand.
Did you just say right?
Right hand, bro.
That is crazy. Okay. This is a lot sharper than I thought, by the way. I actually cut myself a little bit last time when I was holding it, so I'm going to be very careful. But I'd rather have this than some weirdo out here having it. We went down to the stadium where Chris said he heard the phone ring, and then we also found another tent out there. So last time we were here, we found personal belongings in this first building.
Yeah.
But not only that, there was a lot of strange noises from within. Whoa, 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 whoa. In there, in there, in there. What was that?
No, that was loud.
Oh.
What?
I don't know. Is that a shirt, a bed sheet? That's recent. Is anyone in here? Like, yeah, it's dirty.
Touching the lights.
Touching the light. Look at it moving.
It is moving.
It stopped. Oh, it's coming back.
I don't like that. Okay. Is there anybody in here with us?
90?
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, shit.
And here.
Holy clothes hangers.
Lost in the woods.
Lost in the woods? The missing people! This is a lot right now. How about this? Can I see my phone for a sec? I'll hand you the sword.
Ooh, I can have.
Enjoy.
Attach.
Every time we do something with this, it says something crazy.
I'm gonna fire up Necrophonic. This way we could ask a bunch of questions really quick and hopefully get a lot of answers as to what the hell is going on. I'm here. Who's here? Do you have a name? Leave.
Leave.
Earlier, we asked who was in the building for Chris when we were recording. It said Shadow Man.
Yeah.
Is the Shadow Man here? Yes. Yes, he is. Wow. Can I see a sword? That's not like a screen. Is there anything attached to this item right here?
Knife. It just said knife. Ray again.
You said something happened in the woods. What happened in the woods?
Help.
Help.
Help. Again.
What do you need help from? Well, who was that?
We're coming?
He knows? What does he know? Is there anybody here?
What the fuck was that?
Yo, yo, hold, hold.
What the f was that?
Who's out there? What the fuck was that? Chris! Go, go, go,
What
go.
the
Inside another structure, they discovered a curved Colt dagger. The second Jasko picked it up, the spirit device said right hand. Moments after that, a loud, unnatural noise burst from the forest outside. The mood of the night changed. Something else seemed aware of them.
Bro, look at these notifications that you got on my phone. Ford F-150 potential intruder alert. Someone may be trying to break into your vehicle. Can you see that?
Are you serious?
It says potential intrusion. It has the exact location of the truck. Look where we are.
Dude, if someone's trying to break in your truck, let's get your shit and go.
Bro, it says approach vehicle only when it's safe to do so.
Oh, your sleeping bag.
Yeah, I know. I'll put it back together. Here, just put the camera down.
Really? Try to call the cops or something? Like, genuinely, what do we do right now?
Bro, we're trespassing. Calling the cops is the worst thing to do.
I mean,
I'll see you guys once we get back to the damn car. We have a long ways to go.
I'm coming. Bro, just hit the lock button, please. Like, if someone's over there, at least, like, scare them off.
Chris, it's not locking.
Alright, well, if someone was messing with the doors, bro, just, come on. This is like the worst gut
Wait,
feeling.
Chris. The lights.
Why
The truck won't lock.
Why
and
are
the lights are
lights on?
Head off. Yo, hold on. On God. I just saw a shadow by the truck. On everything I love. Bro,
No!
there's somebody on the other side of the truck, I think.
We're armed. Up, bro. My door's open. My fucking door's open. Look at it. I didn't leave it like that because you locked it when we left. Look at it. It's open. Like it's cracked. But it's locked?
Well, it's probably for me locking it.
Bro, I left my wallet in there.
Me too.
Is it still there?
Oh shit, me too. Bro, I don't see your wallet.
What do you mean?
I don't see your wallet.
Where's
Hold
the
on.
door?
Yo, Chris,
What?
my door's open too. My wallet's in the door.
I pray mine's there. Hang on.
Is everything in the back? Hold on. I gotta go get my damn bag.
Bro, where's my wallet? Oh, thank fuck. It's back here. What the f? What is this?
Did they drop
It's really
something?
laying in the snow.
It's like a pocket, like a picture thing? Pocket
A
watch?
little spinny thing.
A compass.
The final incident came through Jasko's phone, an intruder warning from his truck. They ran a mile through the snow to reach it. Both doors were open. Their wallets were still inside, but lying in the slush near the vehicle was a small metal compass that neither of them had ever seen before. They packed up and left right away. Not everything that night pointed to the paranormal. The footprints, the makeshift camp, and the open truck all suggest someone else was physically in that area. But the dagger, the timing of the roar, and the compass left behind are harder to place. Do you think the person who broke into the truck was connected to everything else that happened? Or were those two separate things unfolding at once? The channel Truesdale TV is built around stealth camping in unconventional locations, quiet stretches of forest, hidden away hillsides, and places most people pass without looking twice. But on October 24th, 2023, one outing stood apart from everything else William had filmed. He later described it as the most disturbing night he had ever spent inside a tent. That day he made his way into Ballybally Forest, a woodland in Ireland that has quietly gained an unsettling reputation among locals over the years. The stories connected to the place are not comforting accounts of disappearances, unexplained sightings, and strange sounds people claim move through the trees once night falls. William knew all of this going in and chose to stay anyway. From the moment he arrived, the land seemed to resist him. The forest floor dropped away at steep angles covered in dense undergrowth that made moving slow and footing uncertain. Flat ground was difficult to find. The few open spots he came across were too close to the main trail to be usable for stealth camping. He kept pushing deeper in until he found a small clearing that could work, not ideal, but set back far enough from the path that he would not be easily seen.
It's not ideal, but I'm in a dome tent, so I can really throw it anywhere. I think I'll throw my tent just here. We are a lot further back off the road, so we can't be seen as easy, so we can still hear the car noise with a bit of a pain, but I think it's the only option we've got.
With daylight running out and the forest already darkening around him, he committed to the spot. He pitched his dome tent between the trees and arranged a basic camp. The surrounding woods stayed quiet apart from the occasional sound of a vehicle passing somewhere beyond the tree line. The silence did not feel restful though. It had a different quality, thick and watchful, as if the forest itself was focused on him. After dark, he got a fire going and tried to settle in. Eventually, his curiosity pulled him away from camp. He grabbed his headlamp and camera and moved deeper into the undergrowth, wanting to look around before the night fully closed in. The forest changed character almost immediately.
Get lost here very, very handy, but I guess you feel like goosebumps at the minute. I don't know if it's just because it's been cold or there's something here with me, nothing sinister. But here, if I'm freaking now, what will be like later on whenever it's pitch black?
Standing out there in the dark, he was hit by a strong and sudden feeling of discomfort.
Now we are in the thick of it now. Go mad, or did I just hear something there? There's something saying to me, William, stop back. Because if you want me to come, I will come and see you. No, I'm not. I do not want you to come. You stay where you are in there. Spirits or wherever you are.
That was enough. He turned around and went back to camp, shifting his attention toward cooking and talking to his camera. The familiar routine of preparing a meal helped settle his nerves for a while. Then the forest broke the quiet again. A loud sound came from somewhere nearby, something substantial moving through the trees.
Hear that? From there?
He grabbed his camera and flashlight and stepped outside, sweeping the beam across the branches and shadows surrounding the tent. Nothing revealed itself. The feeling of being watched, however, did not go away.
Said it was coming that sound. I did see game trails earlier on. What's the biggest game you get where you don't get big game? Well, I think that's a nighttime stroll head in the head, definitely. Freak that. Me and being born, I have to check back in the camera. But I swear I heard like something come past there. Freaking myself out now. This is getting a bit too real. It must have been game.
Back inside, he tried to calm down. Then another sound hit a heavy thump from somewhere out in the darkness beyond the tent wall. He went outside again. Again, nothing.
Right, I'm gonna turn these days off for a minute or two. The f***? Did you hear that? You off, who's out there?
With nothing to show from either check, he positioned his phone to record toward the tent entrance, in case anything passed through during the night. While lying there, he went through some of the older stories attached to the forest. Inside a thin tent in the middle of that place, every small sound carried weight. Morning came, and with it, a noticeable feeling of release. He packed his gear without lingering and found his way back to the trail and out to the road. In daylight, the forest looked ordinary, but the night had left an impression that didn't fade. He was clear about one thing: Bali Forest might be worth visiting during the day, but after dark, it was somewhere he had no intention of returning to. Every sound he heard that night had a possible explanation. Animals' branches whined, moving through the canopy. But the way those sounds landed one after another in a place already carrying that kind of history made them feel like something else entirely. Was it just an unlucky string of normal forest noises? Or is there something about certain places that makes the ordinary feel like a warning? That question tends to stay with you longer than the sounds themselves ever could. This video was posted to the channel Joel Lesperance on December 12th, 2006. Joel is not a typical content creator and has only one video on his channel. What he was able to capture in that single recording, however, was an encounter intense enough to remain in circulation ever since. While hiking alone deep in the woods, he was suddenly confronted by a bear, and he recorded the whole thing on his phone.
Shit. Whoa! I'm about 400 meters from camp. Whoa! Get! Oh boy. Whoa! Go! Go away! Go! Almost time to drop the camera and run. Well, not run. Whoa! 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 Get! Ah! Go! Get!
The footage is rough and shaky, but what it shows is completely real. The bear was not acting like an animal that had been surprised or backed into a corner. It was showing clear predatory behavior, moving its head from side to side, testing different angles of approach, and closing the distance in a way that left little room to misunderstand. He did everything he could to stand his ground and keep it away, and he escaped without injury, but the margin was thin. Most hikers carry bear spray or a firearm just in case, but usually for situations far less serious than what he encountered. He had a stick. The danger was real, and the only reason he got out unharmed was an equal mix of composure and luck. The bear in this footage was not startled or defensive. It was focused, so what actually made it stop was standing his ground and staying calm truly enough, or did something else make it pull back at the last second? Exploring with Fighters is a channel known for entering abandoned buildings, haunted sites, and isolated places most people would never approach. On March 13th, 2023, the crew chose to try something different: stealth car camping. It should have been a calm, uneventful night. It was not. The crew had been driving for hours before they finally pulled over. They were not in the wilderness or at a distant viewpoint. They stopped in a retail park parking lot just outside an Asda supermarket, planning to sleep there overnight. Almost right away, something felt wrong. A security guard stood near the entrance, watching their vehicle for longer than seemed normal. It was after 2 in the morning. He eventually walked away, but the uneasy feeling did not leave with him. The lot was quiet, but not in a reassuring way. They set up a canopy behind the car and tried using a portable inverter to make toast. The inverter kept failing. After several tries, they gave up and ordered pizza to the car instead. That worked. The two sat in the back of the SUV eating, talking about memorable moments from previous videos, and going through Pokemon cards to pass the time. The mattress felt more comfortable than expected. Warm air from the vents kept everything cozy. For a while, the car felt like a small, strange version of home. That comfort did not last. A man in a van entered the lot and began moving in a strange pattern.
Because
What's this guy doing?
the guy just looking through the window.
What's this guy doing?
He drove, slowly stopped near their vehicle, looked toward their windows, then moved a short distance before doing the same thing again. It felt less like someone parking and more like someone watching. The crew stayed still inside the car and waited for him to leave.
Give it 5 until he's completely gone.
Where's he gone?
I think he's in that van over there. I think.
What the hell was Theodore doing looking through the window?
Oh, no, hang on.
Cheeky fella.
No, he's at the back of his own van. I mean, the car is running as well.
That's what I mean.
You know what I mean?
You've not put food outside, have you?
Yeah, that box is outside, but hold that.
Hold on, not open it yet.
Just pull it in and just not say that and come back and go, I'm sure there was a box there.
No, we should probably just get out.
Yeah, come on then.
Then they realized the pizza box was gone. Half a pizza and the entire box had disappeared from outside the car. The box had been wedged partly under a tire. For it to vanish cleanly without slices scattered across the pavement, someone would have needed to walk straight up to the vehicle and remove it intentionally. They checked around the car. Their shoes were still outside. The canopy had not been touched. Nothing else had been moved, but the box was simply gone.
You said you've made a startling discovery.
We had pizza and stuff last night.
Yeah?
Well, you made a pizza, and I put the box outside. It's there.
What the hell? Someone's nicked a bike, nicked our pizza.
Yeah, but we saw that bike seat over there.
Before leaving, they remembered a night vision camera had been left recording nearby. The battery had about 25 minutes left. There was a chance it had captured something. They never revealed what the footage showed, but they packed up fast and left without staying around. In daylight, the parking lot looked like any other. Nothing strange, nothing out of place, but the crew pointed out that in haunted buildings you expect something unusual. In abandoned places, danger feels like part of the situation. A retail park at night feels safer by comparison, until you realize someone got close enough to reach beneath your car while you were inside and you never heard a single sound. No one confirmed who took the box or why the man in the van kept circling the lot that night. A camera had been recording, but whatever it captured remained private. What would you have done if you were sitting in that car? STK's Adventure is a YouTube channel centered on outdoor activities such as kayaking, fishing, hiking, and camping. On January 28, 2015, the creator STK and a companion made camp together in a remote outdoor location. They had a fire burning, were speaking casually, and seemed completely comfortable with the area around them. Then the noises began. From somewhere away, they heard a sound, something caught between barking and howling.
That sounds like a pack of.
Sounds like barking, doesn't it?
Yeah. Alright, a fire will keep them away. My dog's gone.
It was not instantly recognizable, but it was clear enough that both of them noticed it and stopped what they were doing. The sounds became clearer as time went on.
Yeah.
It was not one animal. It was a pack of coyotes. The way the calls stacked over one another, answering back and forth, made that obvious. Then the sound started moving, getting closer and shifting toward the direction of the camp.
Huh? Those are, that's a pack of coyotes.
So let's just keep this fire flame going. See, they're getting closer.
They stayed beside the fire and remained still. The goal was simple: do not attract attention. Do not provoke whatever was out there just beyond the edge of the light. The pack never entered the campsite, but the low calls and sounds of movement stayed along the dark perimeter for a while, before slowly pulling away and fading out. The immediate danger, whether it had ever truly been there or not, seemed to pass, but neither of them relaxed again. Coyotes do not usually push that close to an active fire. The fact that the pack held the perimeter and did not back away immediately suggests they were comfortable being that near. Whether curiosity drew them in or something else did, nobody can know for sure. So what do you think kept them circling instead of moving on? Steve Pike is a UK-based woodland photographer and outdoor creator who records forest walks, landscape photography, and the atmosphere of thick woodland in real time. On September 12th, 2020, he uploaded footage from a solo walk through one of the older areas of Shield Forest, United Kingdom, moving through a mix of pine and birch trees while searching for photographic compositions. The surroundings began open and familiar. They didn't stay that way. Early in the walk, the conditions felt controlled. The forest sound stayed consistent, visibility remained steady, and the outing had no goal beyond photography. As he moved farther in the woods, began closing in around him. The trees became denser, the paths less clear, and the overall feeling started to change.
Just got down to that crossroads and it started to rain. So I looked over my shoulder and I saw a trail I've never seen before. I saw a squiggly old oak down here as well. So I think I've got a spider. That looks a bit spooky down there. Let's go have a look then. Oh, very dark. I wonder why that's so enclosed.
Then the birds stopped, all of them at once. The forest shifted from constant background noise to almost complete silence. That change was immediate and hard to ignore. The natural rhythm of the environment had been there the whole walk, and then it simply was not.
It's moving around up there. I'm pretty sure there's something moving around in there. The wind's coming from behind me, so if it's deer, They'll smell me.
He moved toward the tree line to look. On the ground and in the lower branches, there were signs of recent disturbance, snapsticks shifted soil, and areas suggesting something had moved through not long before. He considered whether deer could explain it, but nothing appeared and nothing confirmed that reading.
Oh, wow. I didn't want to start lit. It's headed right deep into the... It's like a cross between silver birch and pine. So after I see a deer, I'm like, that's me done. Stick a fork in me, you know. This is their territory. I mean, you can see how broken the sticks get. Something's rubbed up against that stick. And then there's a lot of broken ground here. You can see how it's been compressed.
He chose not to continue farther. Instead, he turned around, returned to his original route, and continued with the photography. Nothing was ever seen directly, but the farther in he went, the harder the space became to read, and the decision to pull back reflected that clearly. The silence came first, then the broken ground, in that order. Animals do not usually leave both at the same time without a reason. He never saw what caused it, and that is exactly what makes it stick. So, what do you think was moving through those trees just before he got there? That's it for tonight. Which moment creep? Drop it in the comments. Have your own story, share it with us, and stay tuned. The next one is even darker.